Hello, Hive. So I'm taking a break from doing the North Node readings temporarily, and I'm going to do a reading for all of the signs that is looking at and addressing the big, powerful astrological events that are happening in the next few days. We have the Sun is moving into Cancer. So that is then along with the solstice, which would be the summer solstice here in the United States. Quickly, right after that, we have an annual solar eclipse. What else? Did I say new moon? And a new moon. I can't remember what I said. Okay, guys, the level of energy that is coursing through my body is crazy right now. I feel so jittery. Like I need to go for a run, but I don't run. Or I should do some like kickboxing or something. But the energy is so intense and I'm not doing that, so I'm just like this. So I put on this little Larimar stone to try to help me. If my voice sounds shaky, it's really just because of this like level of energy, which very much feels like anxiety, but I don't have any like anxious real thoughts right now. I'm concerned about, well, I guess I am concerned about, what's the potential for certain events happening this weekend to set off I don't know. I feel like we all need to be very clear that when it comes down to it, we all want a peaceful, prosperous world. So I ask that you set those intentions and those prayers, and beyond that, I'm not going to get into a whole lot, but just know that we are under some very potent energy. So under a new moon, it's time to set your intentions. It's time to really think about what it is that you're wanting. And so with that, I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to pause in between my shuffling of the oracle cards in particular, and yeah, probably the tarot cards too, just for time. I don't want these to go on forever. I want you to be able to, kind of get your quick message and move on with your day. Okay. All right. Aries is up. Okay, Aries. Are we going? Yes. Okay. So, I drew cards. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to go through the bottom of the deck with each card that comes up like I normally do. I'm doing this for efficiency for you mostly. So out of the Moonology deck, the card that came out was Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. So it was very interesting for me to see what cards came out following that. So, what are you fearing? It does look like you have choices to make. I will read out of the deck, okay, and then we'll move on to your reading. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. I didn't even read this yet. There's a new start ahead. Where's that sentence? It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Have some sexy time to attune to the moon. Time to let go of a grudge you're holding, move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? Make an investment. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit occult and even scary. Not all of us like to face this dark, or face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's through working through your dark side that you get to the light. And the new moon in Scorpio and the appearance of this card at any other time suggests you need to do that now. And at the bottom of the deck, surrender to the divine. Okay? Whatever you are going through, it's you've been set up to go through it, right? I mean, it's part of your path for growth and just a more enlightened self. That's how I'm going to say it. God, I'm sorry, my voice is so shaky. I hate this. Okay. So I asked about the situation. Okay. I asked about what would be the best thing to focus on or set your intention around. I asked for an action step. The cards that came out here were very interesting. And I asked for best possible outcome. Then I drew an oracle card from my favorite, the Spirit Animal Oracle. And at the end of this, I may decide to draw another one for you. We'll see. Okay, so you got the Two of Swords. Okay. I read the Two of Swords in two different ways. One way is that you may be unwilling at this time to see the truth for what it is. You may be unwilling to want to make a decision, so you just kind of like are closing your eyes to it. It's just something you just don't want to deal with. Another possibility is that you absolutely need to spend time with yourself and clue into the divine within you. Listen to the direction of spirit, and move in a when you're ready, when you have got found clarity using your intuition and your heart. Sometimes we have to shut out all of the voices and the committee so that we can make a decision that's best for ourselves. And depending on who you are, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, you can decide what that is for yourself. Okay, so I asked for a clarifier. We got the Emperor, okay, the Ace of Cups, and then Justice. Okay, so how am I interpreting that? I do think that there could be, this could be read so many different ways. It may be that you are working through confidence issues, that you can and are worthy of leading and taking charge of and owning your own power and inner divine masculine, assertive leadership qualities and capabilities. It may be that the reason why you are struggling to make a decision is because you don't feel confident. It may be that there is a male figure in your life that has either set the tone of those limiting beliefs, or it could be of, the just like the culture that has sort of imposed limits and structures in your mind, right? But they're just in your mind. They're not real. They may be real insofar as, it's something you've had to live up until now. But, healing and forgiveness and grace and unconditional love of self, love of, maybe new love even is coming in. As you sort of balance this power out within you. Okay. So what to focus on? To focus on, look, the Empress. So we've got the Emperor and then the Empress coming out of this like indecisive fear. You focus on and set your intention on the Empress, the mother, the nurturer, the creator, the one who is pregnant with all potential, all that life has, that the world has, that the cosmos has. She's pregnant with that. She's Venus. Set your intention on loving yourself first, recognizing your power and that you already are abundant and you already are full of that goddess energy. And set your intention either on being able to do the hard work that also comes along with it, or in coming out from underneath a burden that was imposed on you that makes you feel or believe that you are not capable or worthy or strong enough or whatever that is. Okay. What action to take? This was interesting. You got 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So he's built or grown something. This person has built or grown something. 7 for me is a number of possibility, potential. Here he can decide whether to keep moving forward with this particular crop or pull it and plant somewhere else. Or start a new harvest. Like, is this enough for me? Clarifier. 7 of Pentacles. This is why I think this is more about you actually, I can't say that. It really is going to be your own story and how you're looking at this. Do I not want to know something? Do I not want to have to make a difficult decision? That's one of the most anxiety provoking freedoms that we have, the freedom to choose, the freedom to carve out our own path, right? And that can be very debilitating to have that freedom. Or it may be for you that someone else has, or that you want to close out the voices that have made you feel disempowered in the past. But it looks like something is lost or broken or not quite right. Like it's just not quite fully there. What am I supposed to do? What do I want to do in this space for myself? And the best possible outcome card is this person walking away or towards something more. You can kind of see the eclipse up there in the sky. This may be something that you've been deliberating over or on for a while, and with the energy that's present, it may seem sudden to even yourself, like this sudden moment of clarity. It may seem just sudden to other people. Who knows? But you are walking away from something it's okay, if the cups are still up. Didn't I get a clarifier for this card? I did not get a clarifier for this card. I guess I thought that's enough. Okay, you're moving towards something that's more fulfilling. 9 of Cups, right? Okay, and then you got you know what I didn't pull? I did not pull a possible block. What is a block or obstacle for Aries to be aware of? Too many there. Block, possible obstacle for Aries to be aware of. I guess say block. Oh my God. It's sliding. Okay. Am I asking the right question? Possible block for Aries. Sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Okay. Perception. This may require a change in your perception, right? Perception and our complacency, right? I'm stuck. I can't move. I don't want to, right? Perception, green, heart chakra. Emerald offers a regal ability to see things differently and the chance of embracing transformation. There is an ability to attract wealth here if you have an open heart. Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. Emerald stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Okay, there you go. And then Ant Spirit. Okay. Ant Spirit, number 1. Starting something new. Bottom of the deck. Pig Spirit. Look at the little wings when pigs fly, right? Okay, so Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. When Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate the benefits of working in a partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Yeah. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co-creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, as it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. The other message Ant Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it, whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you. Everything is working to support you right now. Okay, so the solar eclipse, this is the time for action. Okay? Okay, Aries, be well. Thank you. Okay, Taurus, so I've pulled all of your cards. The Moonology card you received is Communication is Key, New Moon in Gemini. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, I forgot to look at that, the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, the energy is gaining momentum. Communication is key. So it may be that something really needs to be worked out, something really needs to be talked out. Everyone needs to listen, everyone needs to speak up. In this instance, the cards that came out, lots of people here. So this could be a family. As I start doing the reading, we'll see, but it could be that there's lots of people involved, like a family. It could be a business work situation, or it could be pieces of you. Okay, so we'll see. Did I say new moon in Gemini? A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again, but most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Additional meanings: time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. So, if the energy is gaining momentum, this is not the time to kind of, hold back. Don't let any issues or problems escalate. Why am I saying that? Because I asked, what's the situation here? And I see heartbreak, disappointment. Okay. So there's something that you're dealing with involving heartbreak and disappointment. I asked for clarifiers. You got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this could be a water sign, someone who is a nurturing person, a person who's very much like in her feels, very sensitive. Could be a Pisces. And then you also got the Hermit, okay? This is a card of Virgo. It could also be that one person in this relationship knows what he or she wants, has deep feelings, love, is very idealistic about matters of the heart. But this person needs some time to go within and figure out what they want. It doesn't matter which person, this is just energies. So it could be two people in the relationship, or it could be you, yourself. You have to go within. You have to take some time out, meditate, really reflect on life, reflect on pain, reflect on, why, sort of the whys of life, in order to be able to decide what it is you want emotionally. Something that's impacting the emotions here. Could be mother, an older woman, a more mature woman, right? Okay, so then I asked what to set your intentions or focus on, because we are in a new moon. This is the time to set your intentions. And we got the Queen of Wands, another queen. Lots of divine, lots of, the feminine energies here. Focus on, well, this could be a fire sign. Again, and it's another queen. I don't know, maybe there's two women involved in this situation. But, she's very confident, a go-getter, very passionate, very assertive for a female, for the feminine energy. She's very assertive, sexy, she's not afraid to assert her dominion, right? So I asked about this clarifier, or to clarify, and we got, interesting, again, Princess of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Prince of Cups. So, okay, so the two younger energies, that's why it kind of looks like a family to me. And then the Empress, the embodiment of all of the queens in one, okay? The Divine Mother, the Mother, okay. Another way to look at this is that we need to kind of recognize that so far the expressions of feelings have not been mature. They haven't like grown, they haven't expanded, they haven't grown past ooh baby. And they're being asked to level up, if you will, into that queendom energy, which is the highest expression of any deck in terms of the feelings, right? Like the expression. Yeah. So that may be, what you need to set your intention on, that if it's not a bunch of different people involved in this situation, and it is important to be very confident and go, move forward into communicating and getting through this issue, then it's about the way you're communicating that needs to level up and become more mature. But again, you may need to take some time to kind of think about what it is that you want to say and be very, caring and nurturing and respectful of that. Okay, what action to take? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the wheel must turn. 10 is an ending and a new beginning. Time out. Patience, meditate, pray, ask for guidance. What is it that you want to communicate for a whole new opportunity or beginning? What that new opportunity or beginning is, I don't know, but it looks like one that is, it's full of passion. It's fire energy, it's movement forward into something, but currently you must be stagnated in some way. Okay, and then the best possible outcome is the World card. Okay, so the completion of one cycle, a full completion of a cycle, which automatically means, these were the clarifiers, a brand new beginning, complete new potential, right? We're going to do something totally different. We've never done before. And it may be that, you just really need to take some time to decide, set your intention, plan for you to receive what it is that you want, make a choice and communicate it. And, it is possible that there has been a period where you felt kind of left out in the cold, or you've kind of been on your own. It depends on the way you communicate, really. Okay, so potential blocks here. Got guilt and balance. Okay, so you don't want to make choices based in feeling guilty, right? This card indicates deep caring and protection from emotional hurt through standing strong in your emotions. There is great inner resolve here. Once your mind is made up, you can see when others have tried to manipulate you, reclaim your life. Do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from your heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. Am I giving away too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? So we need a balance here, right? Okay, so what's that? A balancing, all right, balance. Or the black may be an imbalance, right? This card may indicate a reluctance to change. So abstinence. You may be hesitating because of the past, but that doesn't mean you should be hasty, right? Gotta take some time out, okay? Weigh all sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship. Proceed slowly. Running towards something may chase it away. Be wary of being deceived by your own desires. I take me with me wherever I go. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? Did I forget? Okay, I guess I didn't draw your animal oracle card. So they all kind of make sense. They're all working together, Taurus. Just kind of need to level up your communication skills, but take some time to really figure out what it is you want to communicate and really listen with an open heart as well. There may be some hurt, but we certainly don't want to stay in a situation that we are not happy in out of guilt or worry that the other person cannot handle pain or disappointment, or that we can't handle pain or disappointment. Wow, ant spirit again. Okay. I say again because Aries right before you got ant spirit, and I shuffled very well. So again, new beginning with that solar eclipse. When ant spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate the benefits of working in partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co-creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. Connecting with others and having accountability partners will be very helpful, as it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. The other message Ant Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it, whether you need help from an assembling team, from help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you. Everything is working to support you right now. There you go, Taurus. Be well. Thank you. Okay, Gemini. Ooh, I meant to write down what time this was starting. That was like 37. Okay. Gemini, you got from the Moonology deck. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. We actually are having a new moon solar eclipse, right? That's very interesting. And then step out of your comfort zone, North Node. The collective, karmically, we are in the axis of Gemini North Node, Sagittarian South Node. So you want to stay much more curious, much more open, be, kind of taking down notes, be very clear, kind of gathering that intellectual information, and kind of resist going into like the preachiness and the philosophies, and maybe even kind of letting go of some of those. But let's see what this is all about. Okay, so I said, what is this all about? And interestingly, you got the Fool card. Okay, pure potential. I don't know what I don't know. So I need to remain very open and follow, if you will, follow my senses, follow my feelings, follow my intuitions, follow my inklings, but remain very open to whatever new information that comes in. Okay, because there's lots of potential options or things that you are dealing with Lots of maybe various choices, maybe even various fantasies. Maybe it's a time for you to be thinking about all of your new potential options and taking time to fantasize about, what do I want in my cups? My cups are about emotions. What do I want to fill? Now is the perfect time for me to embrace a brand new beginning. Okay, and the clarifying card was the Eight of Wands. There may be communication or offers or something coming in towards you very quickly. Email, messages, texts, who knows? It could also just be you just feeling very kind of scattered, very all over the place. For me, though, he looks like he's one of those wands. He's just kind of like in a certain direction, but just be very, careful that you're not going kind of crazy willy-nilly as, new things are happening and you're just, impulsively rushing in. You want to kind of be very intellectual and is that the word I want? You want to be very reasonable, rational with any movements that you take or actions that you take. Okay, so I said what to focus on, what to be very kind of set my intentions on. And you got the Five of Wands. Okay, so change. With change comes conflict. Because these are wands and I see wands as the fire and life force, it can be inner conflict. It can also be just kind of like throwing things around. Like maybe you're talking to some friends, or maybe you're talking to your partner, or maybe you're just kind of thinking out loud, like, ooh, I wonder about, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. What have you thought about that? Right? So it could be you are in a time of change, but you've got to kind of work some things out. Okay. For a completion, you're going to complete a cycle, right? And before you can complete the cycle, you do have to work some things out. There are things you don't know quite yet. Not quite yet, but there's something may be coming to light fairly soon. Okay. And the King of Swords, coming up with something very a practical plan, speaking very practically, using your mental space to make a decision based out of what is not only practical, but what is, very just and what is wise. Wise based, or wisdom comes from clarifying card, Nine of Wands, comes from the wisdom of everything that you have gone through. Comes from experience. It's not something that you read about or that somebody else tells you. It's your own wisdom. Okay? And so you may have to take some time to really set your intention to focus on that. Where have I been and where am I going? And how am I going to integrate those two pieces to take the wisest action step? Okay, so what is the action step? Possible action step. Oh my dear God. I shuffled and no matter what I did, I could not prevent copious amounts of cards flying out. I was like, what in the heck? And I said, this is such a big mess. Right? And so I want to say that I said that out loud. I want you to hear that because maybe there is a big mess here. Ultimately, just to get through this reading, I ended up taking yet another giant wad of cards that came out. This wasn't so big, but kind of tells a little bit of a story. Okay, so see if I can get them over here enough so you can kind of see. You can see how much yellow, right, is moving through here. Okay, so it is about like will. It is about action. It is about creating. The first card that came out was Two of Cups, of offering something, love. It could be love, and it could be just a compassionate offer of something that's healthy to another person. Can be relationship, it can be work related, it can be anything. I mean, it's been so far pretty neutral, right? And this was the first kind of card that I was like, oh, very relationship. This is the next three cards for me kind of come together, okay? I think this is about having strength and patience to know that what you have kind of put out there, or what you will put out there, will come back to you, but do it from a place of confidence, of measured action, with an expectation that whatever it is that you have figured out based in your wisdom, you are fully capable of creating whatever it is that you want, it's new start, brand new start. But you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to believe that you can break free from this fake gate and this fake restriction. She's not really bound. I mean, she could untie herself very easily. I always say she's wrapped up in toilet paper, but she's not for some reason. And know that your seed, whatever it is, it may be something new that comes in, a message, an offer, whatever it is that you end up with, your little seed here will grow to the 10 of Pentacles, okay? You can have and create abundance, a legacy, okay? And the best possible outcome. Alrighty, so this was a little confusing to me. Best possible outcome was Queen of Cups and then the Devil. People freak out with the Devil card. This is also a card of Capricorn. It is also a card of Saturn, or Saturn rules Capricorn, okay? So what do I think? I think the best possible outcome is that you become very clear on where and what goes into this very important cup. The Holy Grail, right? What goes in there? And I can and will do all the work necessary to manifest it, to build it, to work on it. I have the seed. I have the will. I have the courage to build it. But I have to be very intentional to do it, and maybe seek help, counseling, work with someone else in order to do it. Whatever this is, it's collaborating, Okay, I'm working with someone else so that it's the most efficient, effective, complete, not complete, that's not the word. It's the most, I don't know what the word is. I don't know where it went, but it's collaborating, okay? Working with someone, maybe getting assistance to come up with what is it, what's my next big thing. I cannot fear or let my past hold me back, okay? So a potential block, it says service. I don't know what that means, so let's look it up. It is in the sacral chakra, which is the creation, creativity, self-worth. Let's see. Service. The energy here is one of manifesting through being of service. Okay, so maybe, yeah, this card indicates a steadfast ability to stay the course emotionally and create something sustainable and lasting. It can also bring to light not seeing or valuing what you have. Okay, let's see. Wait. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things to be different, often we create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today, give up what you think you deserve, and start being of service. How does the idea of service inspire me? How can I make the most of my present situation? What can I give? Okay. So if you have been sort of all about me, what can I get, that might be more about what some of these cards are about, you know. Maybe, you know, one of the laws of attraction or of manifesting is and or getting over like sort of like a past thing or a bridge to something new is in being of service. What you put out there, what you give out will come back to you. So consider if you are balanced in your giving as much as you're receiving, or hoping to get back. Okay, and then 3 oracle, spirit animal oracle cards came out. You got, this was so freaking funny to me. You got whale spirit, trust the great mystery. You got owl spirit, you can see clearly now. And then you got life is a mystery. Okay. So again, there may be something that you're not quite understanding yet, that you're not quite sure where to go from here, but you will understand that. And you will come to understand that, you know, many times what seems to be an ending is the beginning, and you will get that at a deep level as an example. Okay. What I'm going to read is just the whale spirit. Okay. And send you on your merry way. 65. Whale spirit, so important. Whale spirit is an ancient creature who was here at the beginning of time and who has seen everything, felt everything, and heard everything that has ever transpired on this planet. In the hidden realms where all things must gather first before manifesting into form, Whale spirit is the keeper, singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When whale spirit appears, it is a reminder that there is a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it. What's that saying? Peace that surpasses understanding. Some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart, through intuition, and through the peripheral senses that part the invisible veils separating the visible world from the great manifesting consciousness in the hidden realms. Now is the time for you to immerse yourself in the great mystery of spirit and to trust that within the invisible, what you can't see now are the seeds of your intentions being tended by the angels. The seeds of your intentions, where's your 3? Be intended by the angels. Okay. Certainty is not offered to you right now. You are being asked to trust the process of co-creation. Okay, Gemini, be well. Thank you. Okay, Cancer, so interesting cards coming out for your reading. For your Moonology cards, the 2 cards that came out were New Moon in Pisces and Waxing Moon. I think so far everybody's gotten a new moon in something in their card or Moonology, so that's interesting because we aren't in a new moon. And then at the bottom of the deck, your commitment is being tested. Cancer, folk, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Did you also know that the United States sun is in Cancer? So, lots of stuff in here. I'm gonna try to keep it to the hive, but it is what it is. So I don't know. Meditate and contemplate, and energy is gaining momentum. Let's see. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all of that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Use your feelings right now to guide your way. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. The situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived, which is interesting because that's going to come up here. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. So what is it you want? And, your commitment is being tested. Did I show you this? The first quarter moon. So whatever it is that you are dreaming about, now is the time that you may be coming up against very specific opportunities to take some action steps towards whatever that is. And anyway, so we'll get into the reading. So I said, what is the situation? You've got the Magician card, got the Emperor, and Three of Wands. Okay. So you possess everything you need to take your dreams or your spiritual guidance or your ideals or anything that you can think of as a divine being. You have everything you need to manifest it here on earth, to create structure, to become the leader and emperor of your own life, to move in a empowered direction. One of leadership. And if you've taken any of those action steps, right, it's just a matter of waiting, for whatever you've put out there into the world to come back to you. But you have to understand that this energy here must be, you have to understand your power, because you hold this wand here, right? This kind of channel to create something. So you want to create from a space of your highest, most enlightened, most ethical self, one that comes from a place of integrity. Because the structures that you create and bring into your world are your structures, your boundaries, your how people will see you. Are you a leader or tyrant? And that's what you get back, right? Whatever you put out there, that's what you get back. So you want to take time to really meditate, contemplate. What is it that I want? You've got Five of Swords. There's change here. There is some conflict, and there is a definite need for surrender. Surrender to, I just thought of the Serenity Prayer. I say it all the time. Surrender to the things that you cannot control. Surrender to maybe something completely new, something leaving your life, and maybe something new coming in, or a new perspective, or an enlightened new idea, or yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Something new could be another truth, a truth being revealed during this time of surrender. Meditate and contemplate. Just really take some time out, okay? During this, you may be going through some kind of big change that feels a bit out of your kind of control. And that's okay. I mean, we all go through those times, right? But it may just be something that you need to allow new information to come in, right? Before you take any steps to create your next thing, right? So what to focus on? My passion, my purpose, what I want, what I, my will. Isn't that what that says? Your commitment. Yeah. My confidence to do the work. My confidence and that the work is the thing. The work part, it's not about quite yet. It's not about like I have to have the thing. It's about the work, the process of the work. Right? Because your commitment, your determination, this is determination. I know when I do the work, I can create what I want. I can create what I'm feeling when I'm pulled to, what I'm being pulled towards, right? Okay, so yes, and then we got again another 5, change in conflict. This one less, kind of dramatic, a little bit of, kind of maybe some internal conflict around that, or needing to work things out with other people, kind of bounce ideas off of each other. Yeah. Okay. It's almost like a dance. Yeah. Okay, what to do? What possible action step to take? Sorry, getting tired. The Lovers. Okay. 6, making a choice. Making a choice in how to be in partnership and relationship, in union, with others. It can be a relationship card. It's definitely a card about making, choices and the choices are based in what do I love? The balancing of the masculine and the feminine, like coming together freely, choosing to come in together in harmony. Okay, so I'd like to communicate this. I'd like to put this choice and this idea out there into the world and see what comes back. I want this thing within me to be expressed and it's the only word I can think of. Expressed, right? I want to put it out there. Okay. You may feel like you want to move quickly towards it, but I think these cards are saying no. Take some time. Don't rush in. it's not complete yet, right? It's the notion, or the you got to do some work first, potentially. It may be that you do move passionately, quickly inside of your feelings. Like it said, the moon card said, like you're moving with your passions more than your intellect right now. But then you have some kind of hold on, meditate, contemplate cards here too. So just recognize that this is also a fire sign coming in here, the Knight of Wands, and can be very impulsive. So if you are kind of trying to manifest a relationship, you may be talking to someone like on the internet, or across the miles. Just kind of take your time, get to know the person a little bit better. You may be feeling quite, shuckshy, but I don't know that it's time yet. And then we're clarifying it with the Four of Cups. Again, this kind of like resting space. We don't want to be forcing something because we've been in a melancholy place. It might be time for you to just kind of take a break and focus on all that you do have and all that you are grateful for and all that you want to move forward in or take with you into the future, and what you don't. There's a white horse behind him. So for me, that is like Spirit's got your back. Understand that, something's coming. It's just not quite yet. And try to focus on, like I said, if I didn't say it, I was thinking it. What you're grateful for, on the things, the bounty, the blessings, all that you do have, rather than what you don't have, or maybe what you're losing, or maybe what you have lost. Okay, that's very important. Potential outcome, or best possible outcome. Potential best possible outcome. Potential outcome. You want to say it. Okay, you got 2 twos. So now we've got three twos up here. Kind of a doorway, right? Kind of a there's choice, but it just feels very much like it's a doorway into whatever's next. It could be that you need to kind of shut out the world so that you can figure out what it is that you want to create. You don't need to hear from the peanut gallery, okay? You need to go within. You need to meditate and contemplate. It could be that you don't make a choice quite yet, and you just maybe you're thinking of building a new business or a new company, and you've got to kind of juggle one job with another, or maybe you have to juggle your money in order to kind of get through whatever it is that's happening, or whatever you need to do in order to get to the next thing that you want to create. You have to kind of juggle your coin a little bit, but you're doing it. Okay. The clarifier is the devil. Now, why would the clarifier come out on as the devil on your possible outcome? Well, could be that a possible outcome is, again, if we look back at this card, okay, you want to create whatever you create from your highest, most enlightened self, full of integrity. That person is a master builder. That person can create all that, all that the sky's the limit, right? On the other hand, a possible outcome is that you become immobilized by material world and are not able to move forward or to make a choice or to move at the pace, I guess, that you would like, that you're chained or bound by something. And you need, like at the bottom of this deck, you need strength, right? You need strength. It's an 11. To resist anything that would hold you back, that is not of a true deep faith in your worthiness, but also your place, which is based in humility in the collective, in the world, right? You have to move forward with passion and confidence, yes, but also with integrity and as a leader. Possible block is service. I just read this for Gemini, I think. So I know this is about giving, right? This is about making sure that you are being of service to your community. Resisting being a taker. Balance that out. We need to do both, okay, for growth. Okay. Bottom of the deck for your animal spirit oracle card is watch and wait. And the 3 cards that came out were Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. Okay, be playful. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Absolutely, of everything you need. Abundance is not about amassing money or toys, right? It's a feeling, it's a sensing of abundance. Sensing that I have everything I need no matter what. And Dove Spirit, be peace. going to read Sandpiper Spirit. Because the other, so be playful. Why do you need that message right now? Be playful. Sandpipers are like cute little clowns poking their beaks into the sand before darting off to chase the waves. The appearance of Sandpiper Spirit is a sign that now is a time to engage your playfulness. Whatever tasks you have before you, perform them with a lightness of being. Explore the familiar, discovering the new in the old. Who knows what treasures await you when you let yourself laugh and have fun. Sandpiper Spirit's happy and curious nature can help you to feel rejuvenated as you remember your ability to run and fly and dance playfully. Protection message. When your heart is heavy and life seems to weigh you down, Sandpiper Spirit's message is to lighten your burden by finding joy and humor in the everyday. Become like a playful child filled with curiosity and wonder, and soon you will find you feel your own spirit lift. A few minutes or hours of fun-filled delight is exactly what you need now. Enjoy the ridiculousness of life and be willing to jump in. Let your inner goof out to express itself with abandon. Okay, so that's a sweet little ending. All right, Cancer, be well. Thank you for being here.